I'm about to show you a chart of 30 different asset classes from silver, gold, cocoa, the S&P 500, the US 10-year Treasury, 30 of them. And I want you to guess which place you think silver is in terms of performance, how well it's done. Guess where you think silver sits. I think this will put in perspective not only how far silver's come, but also how much more room it has to run as well. And maybe you investing into some of these other things like the S&P 500 or seeing where the dollar index is, it also puts in perspective of why silver actually isn't so bad all along, or at least as much as people try to portray it as. Before we jump into that though, I'm going to show something. I started a Patreon page, and this is a chance for people to win silver every month by simply just being a member. You could do the official member, which is $5 a month, and you get one raffle ticket, one raffle entry. We'll be doing monthly silver giveaways. If you want to pay $15 a month, you get 2 raffle tickets per month. So I'll do one giveaway, like maybe like the end of the month, every month, and each member I will throw in their ticket. If you're an elite member, I'll throw in your 2 tickets, and then every month we'll just pull them. And I think that's a great way to, to make it exciting, but this also has lots of other perks. You'll have early access to videos, Patreon only updates. We'll have a secret message board. I'm trying to do things to bring the community together, and that also helps support the channel as well. So I'll link that in the description if you want a chance to automatically win silver every week or every month, because remember, it's a subscription based site. So every month you're automatically being entered. It's not like you have to keep physically going and entering. It just eventually maybe you'll win one of these months down the road. So I think that's a pretty cool way to, have fun, win prizes, get people excited, but also build a community branching out beyond just YouTube as a way to also help support the channel. So anyways, let's jump into this. Commodities watch. Silver's bull run flag breakout. Brent crude on 4th week of gains. This week, we look at silver prices and Brent crude prices, which has both delivered double-digit gains year to date as well. Now here is the chart. You can see performance of asset classes year to date change. Year-to-date commodities have displayed a stellar performance, with cocoa prices at the top of the performance table, plus 84%. Extreme weather conditions caused by climate change have been a key contributing factor, which has triggered the surge in coffee prices as well. With the bulk of production revolving around a handful of countries, any unexpected supply distortion from weather conditions is seen as a magnifying impact on prices. So this week, we look at silver prices and Brent crude prices, which have both delivered double-digit gains year to date as well. And remember, folks, this is just IG.com. This isn't a silver site. They're just mentioning how well silver's performing. So what did you guess? We have cocoa at number 1 with an 83.7% change. We have S&P 500 semiconductors, 81%, Bitcoin, 35%, and momentum ETF, 26%, and then silver coming in at 5th place, 26.1% gain. Silver, 5th place out of all of these. I mean, look, we have copper, we have gold down in, I don't know, that's probably what, like 15th place gold is at. The dollar index is below that, way below that. You have platinum down, only a 0.8% gain on platinum. Gold, there's been a 14% gain, not bad, but nowhere near silver's 26%. We have platinum 0.8%, natural gas negative 3.8%, palladium negative 5.7%, US 10-year treasuries at negative 1.7%, copper's LMEs at 15%. So yeah, silver's sitting pretty right now, but this is just the beginning as well. That's the thing. Silver's already performing this good. None of these other things have futuristic potential to keep growing. It's like they've exploded and their volcanoes already erupted, right? And that's where you're seeing this leap from, is the explosion. Silver volcano has not erupted yet. So when it pops, it's going to be much greater than these percentages. Spot silver, breakout of bullish flag as continuation pattern, ? Silver has a stellar 4th year this far, with prices sitting on 26 point, or a stellar year this far, with prices sitting on a 26.1% gain year to date. Since June this year, there has been relatively steady net inflows for the iShares Silver Trust, which saw an in tandem rise in exchange-traded funds or ETF holdings from 12,869 tons to the current 13,586. Rising net inflows into the world's largest silver ETF may potentially reflect higher traction in general. On the technical aspect, after retracing as much as 12% from its May 2024 high, prices have been back on the rise lately. Recent price movements seem to mark an upward break of its prevailing bullish flag formation, which may potentially facilitate an extension of its upward trend. This comes after prices found key support at lower edge of its daily Ikamaku cloud at the $2,855 level. Buyers may potentially eye for a retest of its May 2024 high at $3,244, which has served key resistance. Now, we go into here. This is coming off a 13% rally over the past month. Brent crude, yada, yada. I know you guys don't care about crude, but yeah, so there you go. What do you think about this? I do think it's very interesting when you get to see everything laid out, right? Because like the numbers don't lie. You can read as many articles as you want of speculation or people trying to say X, Y, Z or their opinions. But when you just look at the data, just looking at an actual chart showing each asset, each one to each percent, that's where you really get the truth, right? This is where the truth really does speak for itself. The number speaks for itself. You could try to say why gold is better or whatever, or why, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, out of all of these things, silver is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, silver's in 5th place. And then we have 5, 6, S&P 500 index is at 7th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gold's at 12. So yeah, dollar index is way down here with only 3.7%. So yeah. What do you think about that though? I do see silver, and here's the thing. This is what I really want to try to reiterate for people. Look at anything else. Is there anything else, given what moves the markets, of what moves each asset class, is there anything else that looking forwards in the next foreseeable future, 1 year down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years, is there anything else that you could look at on this list that, knowing what affects the price, is going to exponentially push it forwards given how the markets move during the foreseeable future or whatever situation pans to play out? Nothing else has anywhere near as much potential as silver. Nothing else does. Bitcoin, what moves Bitcoin? Yes, you can talk about a decentralized system, but the government's trying to regulate Bitcoin. 2, it's digital, so if we have an EMP attack or anything, Bitcoin is great. I recommend Bitcoin and silver. Like if you're going to invest in anything beyond gold and silver, I'd recommend crypto, nothing else. All these other things are pegged to the dollar. So if the dollar goes down, everything else that's pegged to the dollar is going down with it. So, crypto or precious metals, those two go hand in hand. But physical precious metals are still a lot safer, right? So silver, I would say, tops Bitcoin even though they both do have potential, but silver has much more in terms of knowing that the supply deficit is getting much, much worse, knowing that a collapsing dollar makes it much, much more profitable, which we know the dollar is inevitably going to collapse, knowing all of these different factors, that's going to push silver higher. All of these other things, they kind of leapt up there to where they're at because of something already triggering it, but that doesn't mean it's going to continue. It's all situation based. It's all possibly or potentially, where silver, it's almost set in stone that the next 5-10 years the shortage is going to get much, much, much worse. Silver is going to become much more scarce. We know the dollar's only going to continue to get weaker for sure, which also affects silver positively. So out of anything, silver makes the most sense, and it hasn't even done anything yet. So, just try to put that in perspective when looking at these things or trying to pick out what types of things to invest into. When you're investing into that like project, that person, that thing. You're investing into it because you're looking forwards, not where the value is now. You're looking at where the value could be given what moves the market and what the markets or what, the foreseeable future is going to look like to move that market. And nothing else makes as much sense as silver when you put it in that perspective, which is the only perspective you should be from an investing, from an investor. I mean, gambling and investing are two completely different things. Gamblers throw money at the wall, hope it sticks with the odds highly against them. Investors make strategic decisions based off information. We take the odds and tweak them in our favor. See, gamblers just throw money at something. They don't look at, the supply and demand fundamentals. They don't look at, how the markets affect the dollar or what the economy is. They just find something, pick it out of a hat, and just throw their money at it. Where investors look at what moves silver, looks at what gives silver potential, and gold or Bitcoin. Just saying, when I say silver, I mean gold as well. But still, silver has a lot more potential or a lot more room to run than gold, in my opinion. They both will move up, but just silver is going to take on a life of its own. There is no gold shortage. Gold isn't needed in all of these, these appliances and all of these, this new digital world. It's not gold, it's silver. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Just wanted to throw one more video out tonight. I posted a really good video earlier today talking about how silver is a weapon of mass financial destruction. Highly recommend you go check that out. And also, if you wanted a chance to win silver on a monthly basis, then just go grab a raffle ticket or two. It supports me. Early access to videos, Patreon only updates, Patreon only videos. We'll be doing more giveaways. You have the Silver Secret Societies, or the Secret Silver Societies members only discussion board. And then highlighted tier, which is $15 a month. You get 2 raffle tickets, personal tips, advice, questions, exclusive DM benefits. I'll respond frequently, everything. So yeah, folks, go check it out. I'll link that in the description if you want. Raffles are always fun, right? It's only $5 a month, and you be a part of a community. You don't have to. Watching my videos is more than enough. But if you wanted to, take the community to another level and have some fun, possibly winning some silver every month, then you could go do that. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.